My name's Host Eric. I'm the pleasant old man host of Talking with Famous People. And I'm here with you on this Sunday night for some agreeable visiting. That's our express goal. It's not too ambitious, something we should be able to manage without too much difficulty. That's right, some pleasant visitation. Here on this ordinary Sunday evening, early in August, what makes this Sunday stand out a little bit? Well, it does mark the end of my Adderall bottle. So I'm entering Sleepy Week. Hello, Mean Bird. Nice to see you. Jake Jarman from Great Britain was somehow gifted a 14.766 on that nonsense. He certainly didn't stick any landing. It's recorded. It's already happened some time back, but it's new to me. I believe in watching the Olympics on DVR. That way I can skip past the commercials. Hi. Hi there, Slugger. Glenn Spence. Slugger, Champ, Chief, and Tiger. Hello. How are you? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful to see you. So very wonderful. I thought I knew what it would look like if something were full of wonder, but I didn't until this moment. Now I truly know. And now, for the first time ever, you get to experience the greatest moment of your life. Yeah, I am still off the cigarettes. Although I tell you, I still have some dreams about them. I still think about them fairly often. Cigarettes are a tough one to kick, but I still haven't had any. It's not like it's tough to kick them. It's tough to stay kicked because they're just they're so uniquely what they are. So you could try to say, "Oh, I'll replace it with a nicotine vape." Yeah, you're not going to replace it with anything. There's no replacement for cigarettes. They are perfectly what they are, and you just have to come to terms with the fact that you left that old friend behind. You know, I don't blame you for loving them, Glenn Spence. In my experience, cigarettes for me are great. It's like they're satisfying in a way that no nicotine vape ever could be. But I could tell my lungs were getting cashed, and so I decided to quit them. I'm not ignoring you. You're not a mirage. You were the first to say hello. I said hello back to you. I didn't think that observation that you were the first to say hello required me to comment upon it, but obviously I was wrong. After all, with so few people here, it only makes sense that everybody who is here should expect to have their chats replied to. Fair enough, Mean Bird. It looks like tonight I was the mean bird and you were the nice victim bird. But I plan to do better, okay? I resolve to do better. Yeah, well, Glenn Spence. I've been smoking for quite some time, a good couple of decades when I said, okay, time to quit. After all, I do still smoke something that rhymes with schmarishmana, and I don't need to double up the lung damage, really. I mean, well, cigarettes are very satisfying. So, how's your retirement? It's fine. it's evolving, you know. Today, Rachel and I did some more work on renting the other property, the rental. We went and replaced our defective flyer poster things from yesterday with updated ones. And I've been enjoying the Olympics. I've also been trying to figure out a way to do a little bit more with my YouTube channel besides just doing what I normally do, which is this, just live streaming. So I was exploring today the app called Opus Clip, which is expressly for somebody like me who has a lot of long live streams, and it will automatically clip shorts out of your stream. You got to work. You got to kind of edit it a bit. Stuff. I haven't committed to buying the service yet. You know, the monthly sign up thing. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not, but I'd like to. Hello, Russian friend. You, cannabis brother of me. Tonight I'm going to transubstantiate this bong rip from my lungs to your brain. Okay. I may be the one doing the smoking, but you're going to get all the benefits. Okay? Yink. Hexa-yink. However you say that. Here we go. Cheers. Or, as they say in Russia, hi darling, as they say in Russia, Spasiba. Spasiba. Здравствуй, Vladimir. Pravda.
I love you so much. I'm a golden retriever for you.
And that is so much preferable to either a silver or bronze retriever.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's good. Like, you don't mind me being a golden retriever for you, do you?
Not at all, darling. Robert Taylor says, I just fell off the chair right now.
I fell before. It happens. Gravity takes over.
Yes, you mentioned that already, I believe. Gangster.
Oh, good for you.
Instead of continuing to type that you've done so, perhaps you should wipe it off. Is P. Diddy on the run? I forgot. I believe he is on the run, yes. What if I told you the feeling you get when you're high is actually the counterfeit version of the feeling of God's love and peace? Tell me what you think. I think you're presuming to know a lot about me and generalizing what you believe you know about God in ways that I'm sure God's very offended by that.
Is 10 o'clock too late to take a shower?
No. You take a shower whenever you want, my darling. Hello, King 13. Imagine all the money you'd save if you didn't smoke, being that you're not employed. I don't smoke. I quit smoking cigarettes at the end of April. I haven't had one since. I do still smoke weed, but I'm not paying for this weed, so not expensive at all. I want to try that EMT, see what that do. Oh, you mean DMT? Dimitri? Well, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I like it, you know. I'd like to try ayahuasca, which apparently lasts a lot longer than smoked DMT. Why would he be offended? Because you're presuming to speak for him, you know. You don't know anything about my relationship with God, nor with... You don't know anything enough about me to presume that you know better than I do as to whether or not I should smoke weed or whether it's consistent with God's will. That's why he'd be offended, because just your hubris, you know, your arrogance against God. I mean, let me correct that. Not would be, is offended. Okay, God is offended by your bullshit. I don't know how you spell ayahuasca. Oh, well, you said it's an imitation of a more legitimate feeling that should be attained some other fashion. That's unmistakably a critique predicated on some bullshit. So if you're not ready to acknowledge that to yourself, then fine. You go ahead and swim around your delusion pool some more. I'm not really trying to. I'm just correcting your arrogance. I wasn't talking about God at all. You were talking about God. You came in here with meh, 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 and I was just like, you know, I revealed you for the shuckster you are. Uh huh. Whatever, Cassie. Whatever, dude. I mean, I think anybody can speak for God fairly enough when something universalizes. For example, you know, don't be cruel to that person. That universalizes pretty well. Don't be pointlessly cruel, right? Don't commit adultery. Various sins that you can universalize, you can say, sure, that's speaking for God. But to presume that, for example, if I go bowling and the joy I feel is just a it's just a shallow replacement for the actual joy I would feel if I were spending my time praying, well, that's just fucking insane, you know, and stupid and offensive to everybody who is righteous or good in any way. All right, well, you do what you want, but instead of praying for my salvation, you should listen to me and learn something. But you know, the more dumbass shit you say, the more resistant you are to being corrected. It's generally a broad correlation. I'm actually a Christian. I'll pray for a good supply of meth. Well, I wish you all the best in that. I don't, unfortunately, have any for myself, but it doesn't make me think you shouldn't pray for your own well-being. Arg, matey, you be streaming a whole mess of a lot lately. Arg. Mm, I would say less so than I have in the past. Let's not speak on religion. It's a go nowhere conversation. I agree. I'm not taking the guy's name in vain. I never meant an atheist. Am I an atheist? No, I'm not an atheist. I'm a Christian. I can do all things in Christ who strengthens me. Would you ever shave your head and be a, let's say, top G? Come to the Bald Club? Did you lose someone close to you this year? No. Arg, arg. I agree. Let's not talk about religion. Religion's a dumb topic. What's up, man? Says Potter Doug, aka Cedric the Entertainer. Not much. I'm just entertaining everybody with my entertaining ways. Why am I so awesome? Because I'm so entertaining and awesome. These people are insufferable on your chat, my friend. Some of them are, some of them not so much. It's fine. You get a mix of people. Whereas Rachel and I, currently she's taking a shower, or as you might say, a shower. I'm parlaying my savvy into a wonderful world of success. I hope so, but maybe not. I like playing darts, says Kurt Miller. Well, I am glad you like playing darts, and if you are so sure of that, then I advise you to continue playing darts. Like the video, says Glenn Spence. What is like the video? The audio? They're both equally bad. You like billiards, huh? Well, Good for you. I made a good joke earlier. You guys want to hear it? Rachel was, thanks, Mean Bird. I'll play it maybe tonight. I appreciate your positive regard for the song, Gregory and Skies. Anyway, it was a great joke. I'll share it with you now. I think you'll all agree it's a great joke. Rachel was telling me earlier that Johnny's mom was doing, went someplace and did axe throwing, apparently. Yeah. I said, well, you know, among African Americans, it's known as ask throwing. That was a pretty great joke. Uh, Pretty clever, you know. Pretty clever joke. So, is there an art and technique to darts? Is what you're saying? Billiards? Oh, to billiards, probably, yeah. You think Rachel will do some readings tonight? No, I think Rachel's tired. I think that she will get out of the shower and then probably go to bed, you know. If it's if it's family friendly ish at least, yes, Kurt Miller, you can. It's never a good idea to ask if you can tell a joke. It's generally just better idea to just tell the joke. Arg, there be an art to billiards, matey. Arg. I appreciate the fact that we have a real pirate here. I feel as though historically I've not had enough of my audience comprise pirates. Yes, she will be going to bed, but I didn't express it thusly this time. I can't believe they're making a new Beetlejuice, and I can't believe that the guy who plays Beetlejuice still looks like exactly the same. Of course, he's got that makeup on, so it makes it easier to look the same so many years later. And they got Winona Ryder to be in it again, except now she's an old lady like me. Well, I mean, I'm not an old lady, but you know, old like me, but more ladylike. So we just figured, I just figured that we'll have a pleasant little short time here between between the end of the day and the beginning of sleeping times. So an old boy goes to a lawyer and tells him he wants a divorce. The lawyer says, so what's the reason? Is she a nagger? Old boy says, nope, but the last baby was. Bro, age like fine wine. I do age like fine wine, which is to say, I aged well for about 20 years and then I started going downhill. What do you call a pirate in jail? I don't know. You still jamming out? I was jamming out with my girl, but not my neighbor. That would have been either my friend Matt or my friend maybe Ruben in theory. I'm not sure. Potentially Corey if he were here, if that was that long ago. No, I'm not your dad, Ghost Girly 999. But he and I do look a lot alike. And in matey, I should have known, Whitecliff. I should have known. I am a wonderful old lady. You think it was Matt? Yeah. Oh, Matthew. You know what I feel in my heart? I feel some sorriness that, well, I think maybe I'd be happy if he were to not drink so much alcohol, probably. I feel like he might be sad about it himself, you know. Why do moon rocks taste better than earth rocks? Because they're made out of cheese? Yeah, he was a drummer, right? He is a drummer still. They are a little meatier. What city do you live in? I'm in California, Los Angeles County. I used to live in Los Angeles County, but now I live in Mariposa, California, home of Yosemite. What is Yosemite, you might say? Well, just to clarify, Yosemite is not the place with the geysers. A lot of people might think it is because why? They both start with a Y. The place with the geysers is Yellowstone. Here in Whittier, oh yeah, I've been to Whittier plenty of times. uh, I grew up in Arcadia, and I lived in Temple City for a long time. Know people all around Pasadena and Sierra Madre, Bordy, that whole area. Well, thank you for voicing your opinion, Regiment 65. Our many souls were lost on the travels to Cali, matey. Cali's a dangerous place. I drank a little too much. Wish I could smoke, but can't hear. You can't hear? Where are you? Are you in some foreign country that's strict about it? Like Singapore? Why did the only pirate with an eye patch get to the island? I don't know why. Are you going to tell me why? I bet you will. Mr. Lyles from the United States in the 100 meters. They just made all CBD and any form of flower illegal in Georgia. Why? Like, it seems backwards. Hi, Dat Boy Klaus. Nice to see you. Hey, everybody, look, it's the Dat Boy Klaus. We're having a wonderful and pleasant time hanging out together on this Sunday night, learning about what it means to be tender. Tender with yourself, tender with others, because tender is the night. So they're going to run 100 meters, these gentlemen. And it looks as though that person from Jamaica won the race, but apparently he didn't win the race. It sure looked like he won. But I'm going to put it on slow-mo here. Now, Rachel and I were watching this earlier. I wouldn't even be watching it again right now, except for the fact that I still don't see how this guy won the race, but supposedly he did. I'm going to slow it down. So it looks like Jamaica's definitely got the race won right here. But then America guy comes back a little. Oh, but see, I don't. Really? Really, though? I don't think so. I don't think he won. So, I don't know. Seems like bullshit to me, but it seemed like the American was celebrating like he won. Oh, is this? Oh, it's a semifinal. Never mind. That's the semifinal. Okay, that makes sense now. I have YouTube TV. It's like cable, but you get it on your um, you get it on your internet instead of via any cable or satellite dish. And since we have super fast internet, it's fine. Do I like women with bleached, hairy armpits? I don't. I don't particularly favor such. No, I've never. I don't believe I've ever encountered one before. Is this a common phenomenon? Women who don't want to shave their armpit hair but do want to bleach it? It seems it's likely to be a small subset of the population, I would imagine. If a farmer has a cabbage patch, what does a pirate have? I don't know. An eye patch? If a farmer has a cabbage patch, what does a pirate have? A pirate has doubloons. I don't. Oh, an eye, an eye patch, right? An eye patch makes sense. What made you want to sell and move to Mariposa? Um, Robert Balloof, will you stop being constantly gross with your meowing about foreskin? God, nobody wants to have every conversation be about foreskin. Thanks, Whitecliff. I practiced at being smart at smart school. I practiced it every day until finally they said, "Okay, get out of here. You're smart already." That was the happiest day of my life. So what made us want to move to the Mariposa? It wasn't so much that I wanted to move to Mariposa as I wanted to get out of the city. And I I don't ever really miss the city. Uh, every once in a while I'll feel a little isolated maybe back here, but everything's a trade off, and I have the opportunity to talk to people like I'm doing right now via the live stream, which is great. Um, so that enables me to be pretty happy out here in the woods, where otherwise I might feel a little bit, you know, lonely or not having enough people to talk to. But instead, I feel pretty pleased with the setup because I've got all the peace and quiet of being out here. I've got the lack of traffic and the limited amount of driving that I have to do. Yeah, it's kind of a hassle to go to town and back because it's an hour total driving to go to town and back, and it's all kind of windy road. So it's a little bit yeah in that regard. But I drive so much less than I ever did in the city, and have so much less reason to go anywhere. This house is super comfortable. It's not an hour one way, it's an hour round trip. It's half an hour to the market and then half an hour back on windy roads. There may be a lot of traffic on the way to Maricopa, but we're in Mariposa, and there's sometimes traffic on the way into Mariposa, I guess. But the thing is, this county doesn't even have a single stoplight, and in fact, I almost never hit any traffic. Certainly, we don't hit traffic until we get to the highway, and then we don't spend much time on the highway before we're in town. So I don't know. I've never really encountered traffic except like during the county fair, around the county fair. Yeah, Mariposa and Maricopa are a big difference. Mariposa is here by Yosemite, and anyway, like if I were to go drive the car right now to the highway, I doubt I'd see a single car between here and I'd probably see one eventually on Dara as I got near the highway, but it's very much not a lot of cars and stuff. Very low density population. The neighborhood I live in is extra isolated because it's like there's this thing called the conservancy between the other neighborhoods and ours, which is basically just an area of land that they're not allowed to develop. So there's nobody's houses is there. And then we're the last neighborhood before the just turns into dirt road going off into the forest, national forest. We've got national forest, Sierra Nevada, National Forest right here. We've also got the Yosemite National Park, right, basically right there, and then there's the Conservancy. So there's a lot of just land around. A lot of it has little wilderness roads, so it would, yeah, it's great for stargazing. And if I were to take stargazing seriously, I would drive the little wilderness car out to like the point up here where you go up on top of this little hill and you can see all around kind of. Plus, you do pretty much as you'd like. That's true. Which isn't a whole hell of a lot, right? How far are we from Yosemite? Well, as the crow flies, not far at all. Very close. But um, by car, by the road to get in the main entrance, probably like 45 minutes. You gotta go up Triangle and Mid Pines, and we've never actually been to the main entrance of Yosemite. I've lived in California my whole life. I've still never been there. Yes, we do have a lot of critters in the neighborhood. Sometimes I'll hear, Rachel will hear, but I've heard it one time too, actually. Uh, the raccoon getting into our trash cans, trying to get into our trash cans. And we've seen bears. We've seen plenty of deer. There are quail. There are wild turkeys. There are bobcats. There are squirrels and what other things? Well, I mean that's the thing. Me and Bird is that we don't feel like doing it, and so we try to avoid going into town as much as possible. Do you hunt? No, I don't hunt. I do fish sometimes, but fishing is quite a bit of a drive away too, really, because even though we live in an area where there is fishing, we actually don't live particularly close to any fishing spots. So it's going to be 45 minutes to an hour to get to one of several different spots we could go to. Even though there's actually a little lake, I don't know, very large pond, very small lake that's just down the street here, except it's on private land. We have two cats. Aye, matey. I don't go to the shop till we reach land, matey. Been surviving on hardtack and grog. Arr. Hardtack? You mean salt tack? Wait, hardtack? Is that salted pork or something? I'm sure it's the case that a man can only live on salted pork alone for so long. Salted pork and stale unleavened biscuits. Yeah, the cats are inside outside cats. I've got a double cat door system where one cat door comes from the garage into the house. The other cat door on the outside door goes from the garage to the outside, right? So they go in and out as they please. Well, I think the cats have had some close calls. Um, Trouble one night, I heard a big like, "Ree, ree," and I ran outside, and he had been bitten by something, and in fact, we had to take him to the vet. But he's fine now. One night, I was standing out front smoking a cigarette, and I heard something. I think it was a dog, just a regular dog, but I'm not entirely sure. It could have been a coyote or something. But something was chasing Capillo, and she was running at full throttle, and she just like bolted full throttle in as much as possible, and then ran into the cat door and inside to the safety of the garage. But I think it was a fairly close call for her. Hopefully, the cats, learn from experiences like that and protect themselves by being vigilant. My little dog Lacey also was bitten by a coyote in Los Angeles, and even the coyote had picked her up. But then I ran out there when I heard her like freaking out, like barking in an unusually crazy way. I ran out there and then I saw the coyote. I like yelled at it, and it dropped dropped Lacey. So anyway, she was a small little dog too, like this, and she survived, and she was fine from that. She eventually got hit by a car. Yaroslava Mahuchenko or something from Ukraine, I believe, is going to win the gold medal in high jump. She looks like she's so much better than everybody else. Life wouldn't be life without dogs. Well, I mean, the death of that dog when she did die getting hit by a car, that made me go, okay, I can't handle getting a dog again. Because I loved her so much, too much, you know? It hurt too much. So, accordingly, I haven't gotten a dog since. Hi, OJ. Nice to see you. Welcome. Welcome back to Talking with Famous People, where people like you, I mean, how much more famous can you get? Talk to people like me, meaning me. Ruben R says, that's why I don't have pets. It's a good reason. Yeah, it hurts when cats die. Sure. But the thing is, you're you're not so likely to your cat's gonna is likely to die somewhere if you have an inside outside cat like us, it's likely to die somewhere outside. If they get sick and stuff and old and sick, they're likely to go sneak off and die somewhere away from your house. Um, but but sure, obviously cats deaths hurt too. But I never had a pet death that hurt as much as my dog Lacey's death did. That was she was a special pet, you know. So, how many kids do I have? I have one kid. She's 25 years old, and she's obviously very precious to me as well. But she is not a pet. So, what's up with all these semifinals? Like, get over yourself, Olympics. Nobody wants to watch your semifinals. It's like, are you trying to be boring? Nobody wins any medals in a semifinal. Heat number 1 of 8. Okay, shut up, Olympics. Just show the good stuff. Well, White Cliff L. I don't think you need to worry so much about North Korean dogs. I mean, if you wanted to raise animals for meat, dogs doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay. And additionally, they've had plenty of years to have eaten all the dogs by now. I'm sure they ate them all. If they wanted to make meat animals, they'd breed something that's more meaty. You don't have to feed meat, right? Semifinals are as useless as semicolons. Semicolon, therefore, comma, I oppose them. Great sentence, White Cliff. I like it a lot. Like this. I'll type it in here so we can all enjoy it. Semifinals are as useless semicolons. Therefore, I oppose them. See? What a wonderful, wonderful sentence. Uh-oh. Semicolonoscopy is even worse. I believe it. I believe it. You might say, who's this Eric Strauss fellow? Where's talking with famous people? Well, the truth is, Eric Strauss is me. I'm Eric Strauss. I know. You thought my legal name was Host Eric. Not true. Common misconception, though. So anyway, that sentence I just wrote there, semifinals are as useless as semicolon, therefore, comma, I oppose them, was known as a conjunctive adverb sentence. I'm the real Eric Strauss. He's my doppelganger. Really, Sashu? What do you know? Learn something new every day. I thought I was the real one. Turns out I'm just an imposter. Cole Hawker. This runner's name for the U.S. is named Cole Hawker. It sounds like an insult, you know? Like he's a real coal hawker. What's a coal hawker? You do not want to know, okay? Don't Google it. Not safe for work. But let me just tell you, he's a real coal hawker. I don't have anything to hand over. Just this. This is my holding thing. It's the thing I hold in my hand to make myself feel better. Like, oh yeah, I am alive. I'm alive and kicking. Your Litecoin's down. All of crypto is down right now. I'm glad I don't have any. But what I will tell you is I'm thinking keeping an eye on it. When it gets low enough, when it really crashes out, I might buy something. I was reading this tonight. Dr. Strauss interviewing Carl Jung. I don't know who Dr. Strauss is. Am I related to the composer Strauss? No, I'm not. Dr. Eric B. Strauss. Okay, wow. That's not me. I'm not a doctor, and my middle name is not B. Didn't start with B. Yeah, well, you didn't really provide mechanical definitions for things, so it's fine. 2 years ago, the world champion is under 20. I mean, in the under 20 is that guy. Do you know what Richard Strauss is doing right now? No. You mean the composer? I don't even know any Richard Strauss. I know a Rachel Strauss. She's this lady I live with here. You may have encountered her before. I was living here, and one day I woke up and there was this sexy lady living with me. I was like, who's this lady? Richard Strauss is decomposing. That's a good joke, Wycliffe. You say the same about Johann. Yeah, there's a sexy lady. One day I walked down to the shed to get something. I came back up and discovered that there was a sexy lady living with me. So I'm like, well, I guess I better be married to her then. And so, the rest is history. Some people say that Rachel is a Sasquatch who just shaved off all of her fur and came in here and and pretended that she'd been living here all along. And then she was really good at gaslighting me. So now I just completely made up memories to match her story. That could be how Sasquatches end up taking over the world, just one person at a time, one lonely man or lady at a time. Sashi says I'm the fake Eric, Rachel. I look like I voted for Biden, says Chip. I see. Well, um, what is it about me that looks like I voted for Biden? Is it my bold eyebrows? Do I have the bold eyebrows of a Biden voter? Low vibrational people are the easiest to persuade. Hmm. Am I a low vibrational person? Yes, true. I'm not fake. I'm the real Eric. I posted x-rays proving I'm not a robot on the community tab. Well, an artist rendition of x-rays. In other words, a drawing I did. I'm not sure what Kamala's chances are. I would be unhappy if she were to win, but I'm also not going to be happy if Trump wins. So, um, I don't know. Sucks to be a voter. Nah, bro, you got high vibe and an extra chakra. An extra one? Where is it? Is it in my butt? Low vibration can be detected by, of course, Robert, of course. Why do I start reading these things at all? Robert, you and your foreskin need to get out of here. Why was Bigfoot doing stomach crunches all winter? Um, I don't know. Because he wanted to look sexy for bikini season? All right, girls, it's bikini season. He was trying to be the abdominal snowman. That's a good one, White Cliff. You're really on a roll here. I'm impressed with your dad jokes. Extra chakras are found in Chinese prisoners. Chip says I have a wonderful attitude. Thanks for taking note. I do. I try to have a wonderful attitude anyway. So, I'm not going to be streaming a super long time tonight, but I just wanted to check in with everybody and say, hey, you know what? Everything's going to be fine. All right? Whatever it is you're worried about right now, whatever's stressing you out, whatever you're feeling bad about, I want you to just take a deep breath and tell yourself, Hey, everything's gonna be fine. Ananova, 5. You say, I should probably be asleep, but then you remember what I just said, and then you remind yourself, but you know what? Hey, everything will be fine. Well, Chip, I'm sorry to hear that. I'd like you to stop hurting others, and in not all instances is it true when I tell you that everything will be fine. But hopefully, in your instance, it is true. Do you know Mike Hunt? Yes, I know him so well. I know Mr. Hunt. I know Mr. Hawk. I know Mr. Uchi, all named Mike. Um, I know Ike, last name, I believe it's not butter. I know Mike, last name, is everywhere. I know all of these people. Well, White Cliff, I think you're interpreting that in kind of a crude fashion. Okay. They are all very distinguished gentlemen. Maybe some of them have a bit of a funny sounding name, but that's no reason for us to taunt and tease them.
You're my sugar puss.
Thanks, darling.
You're welcome.
That's long been my nickname, Sugar Puss.
You're so handsome.
Thanks, darling.
You're welcome.
I don't think it's either, Ananova. Otherwise, then his last name would sound like Gawk. Right? I think so.
You're giving him ideas.
Did I get a lot of girls in my 30s? No, I did not. I was with or married to Candace for all of my 30s. So, no, I did not. You know what? Everybody just needs to stop naming their kids Mike. No more Mikes, no more Michaels. Just everybody just needs to knock it off, okay? I don't know. I've always been a long-term relationship guy. I've never been comfortable with dating. Um, I never felt particularly reproductively viable, so to speak.
Oh, you are.
Thanks, darling.
You're welcome.
But but you know, now I don't have to worry about it anymore because I'm with the right woman, in which case, then you don't ever have to think about it again. But it's difficult to find the right woman, as is obvious, because I didn't find Rachel till I was 40 years old. 8, 9. Your booty hole itches. Yes, it does.
It happens sometimes.
Well, maybe you should scratch it.
Yeah, I would advise that too.
You can get one of those bottle brushes and use that.
I'm impressed with that little hand soap brush. I've never seen that before.
Oh, you mean the one that you put the soap in the container?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
when
that's
do
a
you
good
want to
one.
start using that? I put it away.
Oh, you put it away, huh?
Yeah, because I didn't know what to do with it. But we should definitely use it.
Um. So anyway, I think universally all people have agreed from now on, nobody will be named Michael or Mike, and anybody currently named Mike will change their name to um, something that doesn't have any funny names with it, like Deshaun, for example, like your name, Deshaun. There's nothing funny name about that.
What do you think we should do from now on about the semis?
About the semis?
Yeah,
Which semis?
like these.
Well, I think they just need to just show something else. It's like,
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Like,
show
who cares about
something.
the semis?
Um. So, right, like, have we seen these semis before already?
I don't know. There's a good chance we have.
Okay, so this is this lady winning the medal, right?
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, when they hold up the flag like that, they won.
If Ole Slager does not clear, Malu Chick will win. Ole Slager misses. Oh, too bad, Ole Slager. You get second place. In first place is Ukraine. Congratulations. Also in third place is Ukraine. But there's a tie for third place. Did they give it 2 bronzes?
What do you think they would have to do something like a tiebreaker?
Seems like they share the bronze. They can all change their name to Sylvester. All the mics. All right, so it looks like this is some swimming in. I know, good for Ukraine. I'm happy for them. It turns out what they're good at is women's high jump. If now they can only turn that into a war skill.
I wish
They show like the battlefield, these Russians, and there are these Ukrainian women soldiers like doing the Fosbury flop and throwing grenades at them. Your name is Shawshank, huh? My God. Yeah, that'd be a good name. Maybe his first name is Octavio, but he goes by O. Mike Odd. That'd be even better, I think. The leap that won the war. Exactly. It'd be like the Gymkhana of the 2020s.
Gymnastics.
The great thing about Gymkata is it reveals just how much one kung fu gymnast can do for for every time there happens to be a pommel horse in the middle of town.
True.
How's a how's a cock in my hand? I see. Hi, Gustavo Correa Lopez. Not much is up. We are just chilling, feeling, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in our neighborhood. So we're also watching a little Olympics in the background here. And Snoop Dogg is there. And so is Martha Stewart. Is that Martha Stewart?
Yeah.
They're together again. Those two seem to be together a lot.
Oh my god.
They're watching like dressage or something. There they are. These two, they must be in business together. They're in cahoots.
Yeah, they definitely are in cahoots together.
Yeah, I could see maybe Snoop and Martha having a little bit of
Apparently, like, Snoop and his wife have, I mean, they've been together for a long time, but I've heard through the grapevine that it's like an open relationship, so maybe.
Really?
I heard that somewhere, someplace, really quickly. I'm not sure if it's true.
Might as well just not even call it a relationship.
I know. But I do know that whoever that woman is, if he's been faithful, they've been together for a long time. I mean, if they don't have an open relationship together, they've been together for a long time. But look, did you see some body chemistry between them?
Mikey fits in your slot. That's a good one, Mr. Swamp. I like it. Good job. Okay. So, this horse jumping around thing is called dressage.
Now Snoop is dressaging.
Well, yeah, well, you see what he says about it. He's like, the party, it's hard being a HORSE. That's the sidewalk there, Martha. Skip, skip, dip, dip. No, what is NBC paying Snoop Dogg? Obviously, way too much. He didn't even know what the hell he's talking about. I don't know. Maybe he managed to bring it in.
Martha Stewart.
Yeah. I mean, is it even illegal in France? Who knows? I'm sure he could find some people in France who've got some weed to sell them.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it might be okay to smoke there. I'm not sure.
All of her claws off, all of her clothes off. $500,000 a day? Oh my God! Plus expenses.
What?
That's
really?
insane.
Martha Stewart
For Snoop Dogg.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That boy Klaus says Snoop and that lady have been married since 1997.
Yeah.
Hi, Michael. It's going fine. It's going well. It's going better than bad. You know? Gustavo thinks that Martha and Snoop are, in fact, clapping cheeks, as the young people say.
Oh, wow.
I
could see it too for some reason.
I could see it.
Why?
Well, because, you know.
Proximity?
I mean, it's just like Martha Stewart she's got the side that she doesn't show the public, right?
Yeah, she does.
And so she's probably being that much like kind of uptight in life. Maybe she's a little bit on the adventurous side in the sheets.
I think you're right.
Well, who knew? Blue Elvis, now I know. I'm not sure I want to know that, but
What?
that's fine.
What?
Martha Stewart said she was in a threesome and it was great.
Mm.
Well, good for Martha Stewart.
Yeah, like really? What? What made you think? What? Oh my god.
Well, she has been in jail too, you know.
I know she has. So there's that other side to Martha Stewart that we don't know. Threesomes are good to Martha Stewart.
She loves her cats, says Michael. Well, good for her.
Yeah.
I'm glad she loves her cats. I love my cats too.
Yeah, we love our cats too.
But that doesn't mean I want to hump Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, really. I just crashed into a wall. That's all. No, they dress in identical outfits.
Snoop Dogg did? Really? I didn't know that. Is that true, or is that just some sort of rumor or something? Deshaun would like to be in a threesome with Snoop and Martha Stewart. All right, well, you should call them up. See if they're down. Maybe they will be.
Yeah, maybe they will be.
Let's go stand outside for a moment. Let's go stand outside. Let's take a look at the sky. Let's see if we see any aliens, any sky Sasquatches, any shooting stars, any satellites. We'll look up at the sky. You probably can't see anything at all because the stars aren't bright enough to show up on the camera. But I want you to know that even though you can't see them, I can describe to you what you're looking at, okay? You're looking at, right now, a plane flying overhead. Its lights blinking somewhat to the southwest. It heads. It's waving at you right now. It seems delighted to meet you. What are we looking at now? We're looking at what appears to be a drone over there. Seems to be blinking kind of multicolor. But jury's still a little bit out on it. Now what are we looking at? Now we're looking at the house. Oh wait, you can see that. Pretty spooky. So I'm not seeing anything super action-y tonight in the sky. I'm not seeing any particular satellites or not seeing any shooting stars. But it takes more than a couple of seconds to see things. You gotta stand out here and look for a while. I'm not in the mood to do that right now, but if I were to, I would eventually at least see a satellite. Satellites are quite common. Usually doesn't take me more than 10 or 15 minutes to spot one. Here's the other side of the house. That's something exciting for you to feast your eyes on. It's called The Greatest Story Ever Told by a Picture That Tells 1,000 Words. Well, well, well. Let's go back inside. So, once again, the aliens have avoided me. They're apparently always showing up when I'm not looking for them. Kind of like Santa Claus. Meow. Kitty wants me to watch him eat, it seems like. Does it say, Winston's mom, when the aliens are going to be coming? Most likely time for alien spaceships on August 4th is... Oh, Kitty, you're so silly. You're a silly boy, McGilly guy. Yes. Yes, you are. Oh, yes. And Daddy knows. And Daddy loves. And Daddy pets. All right. And Daddy tires of these shenanigans. So Rachel and I were very responsible today. We went and replaced those posters with the other posters. No, I've not written any new songs. Stop shaming me for my stagnation.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't really. I do feel like I'm making some progress on some things, but not that at the moment. You attempted to poem in trochaic heptameter, huh? Heptameter? It's really just a line of 4 and a line of 7, right? I mean, a line 4 and a line of 3. Those are not frogs. Those are just crickets. Very loud crickets, okay? So, well, thanks, Blue Elvis. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not doing really songwriting right now, but I might play the guitar for a little bit. Gail, what do you think of the idea of me singing your poem? That's a sensitive subject, I suppose, says Ananova 5. Well, what's a sensitive subject? Jesus, just asking. Sorry. Sorry, Blue Elvis. I didn't mean to be short with you. Looks like you touched a sensitive nerve, huh? Maybe an old Takamine. That's when I used to have a old Takamine. Oh no, you fell down off of the thing. She just fell right to the ground. She was supposed to does Gail want to put a link or something? You got a 1976 12-string Takamine. That's older than mine. Mine was 80 something. It was six string. But that lady just got right back up and she's like, well, I'm gonna just finish it. Alright, just go ahead and copy paste it then. That's good.
Chow, and she lands, but too late for you, lady, because you fell off of the bar, flat on your butt, on the ground. Sorry, Great Britain. There's nothing great about that. You're a gymnast, lady. Broke rule number 1 of gymnastics. Don't fall off the bar and land on your ass. Actually, she landed like on her knees, kind of. Like, oh no, I didn't hold on to the bar. She was so sad. Simone Biles is kind of a sympathetic, like, just picked up a 2000 red wine Mexican Strat and dropped a new bridge and tremolo in. Wow, you sound like a real gear maestro, Blue Elvis draw. Would you call yourself a gear maestro? Oh, right. I forgot about this part. You gotta plug this in. There. And now, there. You got like 4 Pentacles cards last night? Today is Sunday, last day of the week. Tomorrow's Monday, the day is shrieks. Hello. Okay.
You sounded good.
Thanks, darling.
You're welcome.
I will play I'm gonna play Gerald Has a Thought. Because I just enjoy playing the song a lot. Gerald has a thought. Gerald has a lot. Gerald has a plot to get the margarines, tater tots. He's got a good idea for a name-changing business. Thinking now about what to call Christmas when they hire his firm to change that name. Gerald always thought there'd be chance enough to return to the work left rough. He'd get back to it eventually. But his visions piled up, and his plans would interrupt all the work that started off so hopefully. Now his mind is back on his business, thinking of changing factless to listless. So how all the people will shout his name. And Gerald knows he understands ever more clear now. He won't provide explanation regarding the why or the how. He'll see you and know you from inside your heart. Exciting, delighting, Gerald plays his part. But Gerald still knew there's too much to do, and he had time in the underview. Too much to learn, so where now and what? Too much time spent picking the skill with you. Now Gerald has a thought, and Gerald has a lot, and Gerald has a plot to get the margarine's tasty spot. so jealous as a thought. You should probably get that checked out, Dean. I'd go to the doctor if I were you. Normally not considered a good sign if your ears are bleeding. Perhaps you came up from scuba diving too quickly to the surface. Could be any number of things. Kind of hard to say. Let's see. El Niño, my ass. Call the storms. Where is the rain? Those drizzles don't count. I drizzle more when I pee in the sink. It's just the right height to catch all of the undesired splatter. When I'm done, I'll go outside and get a ladder. I will go up there and take me a bucket and pour water inside. And I'll say, hey, Mr. Cloud, drop it from the bottom. Hey, Mr. Cloud, drop it from the bottom. Hey, Mr. Cloud, drop it from the bottom on me. Well, go ahead and paste it in. Y'all, I was expecting you to paste it in already. You never did, so I started playing whatever. Can I see that? I don't see it, I guess. It's invisible. You wrote an invisible poem. Congratulations. Maybe it's got bad words or something. I don't know. Maybe they don't let you cut and paste stuff. Can I rap? Sure, I could rap. Rap, 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 rap. I could rap and you could rap. We could both rap a lot. Rap, 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 rap. Just like that, Dean. That's how you rap, okay? Break up the songs and look up YouTube videos on it. Oh, remember, I didn't start playing the guitar till I was 21, so I feel like it's too late then. Play some Lil Wayne, some Lil Wayne. I'm Lil Wayne, listen to me rap. I'm Lil Wayne, here I go. I'm a rapping, I'm little, my name is Wayne. That's why they call me Lil Wayne. That's one of his most famous songs, Lil Wayne's most famous song. Like God Bless the USA. I don't know how to play that song. You mean like God bless America, land that I love. That song? I don't know how to play that song. I'd have to look it up, you know. Lee Greenwood, huh? Not sure. How about I play Merle Haggard's White Boy? This is a cover by Merle Haggard. Oh, you might call me a rambling man, but I do a lot of I have to temp mod you. Okay. Well, I don't have the mouse in front of me right now. Well, you might call me a rambling man, 'cause I do a lot of thumbing and a kicking canes, but it won't do an ounce of good to call me names. My daddy was a Willie Woodrow. I wasn't born and raised in no ghetto, just a white boy looking for a place to do my thing. You might call me a wealthy one, and line of work don't take no diploma. I ain't got much to lose and lost to gain. You might call me a good time fella, but I ain't no black and I ain't no yellow, just a white boy looking for a place to do my thing. I don't want no handout, don't want any perk, anything they give, and I'm proud of mine and got a song to sing. Well, I said a few things and I'll admit it. If you want to get ahead, you gotta hump and get it. Just a white boy looking for a place to do my thing. Well, I said a few things and I'll admit it. If you want to get ahead, you gotta hump and get it. Just a white boy looking for a place to do my thing. Well, I said a few things and I admit it. If you wanna get ahead, you gotta hump and get it. Just a white boy looking for a place to do my thing. Like that. Okay, well, that was fine. That was A-okay in my book. I feel I'm done playing guitar now. Unfortunately, Guild. Sorry it didn't work out, but such is reality this time. Okay, cool. Got little stickers on my pants from the plants outside. Unplug this. If you've got an active pickup like I do on a guitar, I learned from somebody here not too long ago. I don't remember exactly who it was. They informed me that the reason my battery kept dying was because I was leaving my guitar plugged in. Even if it's turned off, it still uses the battery. So now I know, and I won't burn through 9-volt batteries so quickly. That sounds good, yo. I'm gonna step outside for a moment, maybe, to pretend like my vape or a cigarette. And take my glasses outside so I can read the chat. And then after I come back in, I'll probably wrap this up. Sure, Blue Elvis Draw, my pleasure. I enjoy playing the guitar. You started playing when you were 18, will soon be 21. But 3 years of practice, my playing still leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, mine did too. It still does, really. Kind of forever will, I guess. You can only be so perfect with the musical instrument stuff. It's one of those kind of limitless growth things. You always get better at it. There's no ceiling. But I have been playing guitar now for a long time. Even though I kind of started on the later side, I've been now playing it for more than 30 years. Not the whole time. There were stretches of, I'm sure sometimes years where I really didn't touch it much. But there were also long stretches of time where I played it a lot. So I guess that makes it kind of a wash. Regardless, there's something captivating about playing the guitar that I never really felt with any other instrument. It's not because I loved the idea of playing the guitar per se. I just
know. It hooked me way more deeply than other instruments I had tried playing before, including piano. I remember how satisfying it felt when I was first learning the guitar to get better at it, to learn this skill or that skill. And it wasn't really as a skill, it would just be like something that I like, stumbled upon, did by accident mostly, or just happened to do while trying to sing over chords, most likely. Now people think I'm good at playing the guitar. Are they correct? Well, they're the only ones who can be the determiners of that sort of thing, so I feel pretty good at playing the guitar now compared to how I used to be at it. Let's see what's being said here in the chat. I'm reading on the chat. I've experienced transcendence when playing guitar. Yeah, that's always a great experience, Chip, when you're just fully in a state of flow and it just feels like you're not even present, like you said, It's nice. You're gonna get some rest. All right, you get some rest. Music really is something else, I agree. Guitar heals your soul better than therapy. Right, well, the thing is, I was stuck on, I'll answer you in a second, Alex, if you're still here. I was stuck on playing the acoustic guitar for quite a long time, and then I got an electric guitar, and I was like, whoa, this is so much more comfortable, easy to play, etc. Because the acoustic I had was difficult to play acoustic and had high action, and I just had grown accustomed to just playing that all the time, though, and just things being difficult to play, even if they weren't especially difficult to play. My hand got strung, of course, but mostly it just tired me out. Okay, kitty, God. So, my favorite 3 songs that I've written are Cloudy Day in Los Angeles. These are the ones that I think are the best songs I've ever written. Cloudy Day in Los Angeles, Satchel of Helpful Goods, and, well, I guess I don't really think this is the 3rd best song that I've written, but it's certainly the song that I've written that's the most positively received by others is Gregory in Disguise. But I don't think it's as good an achievement of songwriting as, say, the Jesus People song. I think that's an excellent, well-written song. Cheryl's a good song too. I like it too. Thanks, Alex. But I don't know. In terms of like songwriting sophistication, it feels like the Jesus song is more of an accomplishment. Or a couple of others potentially, but I don't know. It's a tricky question to answer. Like, I'm not a believer in being fancy or anything. have some more food. Yes, this is a matter of mute. That's funny. Yeah, that's a good song too. And it says, I've learned to still play acoustic the past 6 years. At 23 years old, the best decision I've ever made personally. I gotta either fix that cat fountain or replace it. It doesn't seem to be working very well. Yes, kitty can has cheeseburger. It's true. And so can I. Here in my rice and beef spectacular that I made earlier today. It's still good. Delicious. Yes. I'm neither Russian nor Pinocchio. That's delicious. More of this. No, I'm not your sugar daddy. Hi, McKenna. Yeah. What I can do, Buckethead, is go to their channel, but I'm not even sure if the regular people can do that. It might just be the channel owner. That sure was delicious. I could eat so much of that. Who is this Buckethead that we keep talking about? Jace Grizzle says, damn you old. I am. How old do you think I am? I think you're going to be surprised. I'm 165 years old. But I fuck like I'm 150. Playing any videos lately? Have I been playing any videos? Not sure what you mean by that. Well, I know who that Buckethead is. Yes, I'm aware that Buckethead is the guitarist in Praxis, I believe the band is called. Perhaps in among other things. But I'm pretty sure they're not talking about that Buckethead. Wife's doing good. She is here in the chat, I think. She was a little while ago. And I believe she's in bed. She took a shower. You left out games. Yeah, that was kind of a pretty important word there. Because I have been playing videos, like watching them. I'm from California, America. Great Scott says Buckethead the Jam, Buckethead the Jam Band. Hi, Matarazzi Sound. I wasn't aware there were multiple Bucketheads either, but I believe the Buckethead they're referring to is not that Buckethead. Admiral Mighty Buffoon is drunk and high, he says. I have to head out in 20 minutes. I don't want to. I want to stay in my cozy nest and just stay. Just stay in your cozy nest and just snuggle up with in Coz Town, you know. Let the cozy be cozed. Hi. Hi, G Blue Dog. How's it going? I am not your pappy, okay? Yes, indeed, says Rachel. She is listening and chatting with Chat GPT and Brett. You want some mushies so bad right now? Well, I'd like to get some sometime soon, but I don't feel any particular urgency. I just put the guitar away, G Blue Dog. How about I play you a song on my imaginary guitar? And I'll sing it. I'll sing you a song. All right, here we go. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. How's that? It's long gone. I don't know where it is. My dingling. I'm making you fall asleep. I'm not making you fall asleep, okay? I'm letting you fall asleep. I'm allowing it. If I were to prevent it, I'd be like constantly going zing, zang, zowie. And then you wouldn't be able to go to sleep. My Ding-a-Lang is not a family-friendly song, okay? That's talking about dirty stuff. Those are not family-friendly lyrics. So we won't be talking about that at all. And I was talking about this the other day, but I'm struck by the fact that I don't know anybody who actually listens to all those songs that you learn as a kid, like Camptown Races and Row, Row, Row Your Boat, Mary Had a Little Lamb. That's not by Tom Lehrer. No, there is such a song, but it's well, I prefer you if you do so that you not inform us. G Blue Dog. Okay. No, it's not Tom Lehrer. Sorry. You're wrong about that. So that's fine. The song you're referring to much precedes that. Favorite band or song right now? I mean, I haven't introduced a lot of new music in the last month or so, particularly. So I don't have any hot new tips for you. Well, I do have lots of different bands that I listen to. They're not really bands that I listen to so much as tracks. Got playlists of tracks by different bands. Obviously, Rachel and I are fond of Johnny, Jawny, and I enjoyed hearing a couple of his songs in the car today. In fact, we like some Baby No Money stuff, and it's a variety of different things, you know. Good tracks of all sorts from all types of people. Ring My Bells by Enrique Iglesias. How nice can you be? I'm pretty nice much of the time. I'm not always nice, but I'm nicer than, say, Stalin. I'm nicer than Stalin. I'm going to make that bold claim. Am I choleric? I don't believe so. I'm not super familiar with the meaning of those various temperaments choleric, sanguine, etc. But I don't think I'm choleric, no. Nicer than Pol Pot, nicer than Stalin. I forget what the one I'm called is. Maybe it's mostly pleasant. Is that one of them? I'm mostly pleasant. But I'm moody too. You know, I have emotions. Phlegmatic. Phlegmatic. That mean I have a lot of phlegm? Yeah, I know. Both those things are true, Great Scott. Both of those things are true. See, I don't feel that filled with phlegm. What's the best choice? I want to be the best one of those things, okay? So, is there one of them is like phlegmatic, sanguine, choleric, and cool? I'll go with cool. Hugs and kisses, Great Scott, sure. I'm not that much of a touchy person with third parties, but you know what? I'm willing to give out a digital hug and even one of these kind of kisses. Mwah! A dating game kiss, I guess. Noel says, period. Don't tough this. Okay. Not sure what that means, but I'll try not to. Noel repeats, dot. 1:30. 1:30 to you too. I may or may not keep streaming Boba Fett, but probably will for a minute or two more. I'm not not enjoying streaming, and I don't feel any compelling need to say give more attention to this Olympics that I think I've seen most of this already today at some point. I've seen that one. You ladies and your swimming, I believe you win. Yes, you do. The ladies win their 4x100 or 200 medley race. You know, there's so many different races in swimming. It's like, I walked away with 6 gold medals in the 100 free, the 200 free, the 100 free fly medley, the 200 free backstroke medley. Like, okay, is that really fair that you get so many different medals in swimming? I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure. Well, let's find out what temperament I am. Winston's mom puts a temperament test here. Let's see. I prefer working alone to in groups. I'll put middle next. I don't like loud parties. I'll put medium disagree, I guess. I enjoy meeting new people. Sort of. I'll leave it middle. I am not easily embarrassed or enraged. No, I'll put disagree a little bit on that one. I rarely regret anything I have done. No. I'm somewhat reserved. Neutral. My mood is often rather hostile or sad. I say disagree with that. My feelings are easily hurt or disappointed. Not particularly. I am not one to be knocked out or irritated by bad news. No, I might be sometimes. I'm a talkative person. Yeah, I agree with that. By and large, I often find myself thinking that I'm just fed up with it all. No. I'm a lively person. Yeah. I used to would have been answered these questions differently. I sometimes feel miserable or angry for no reason. No. Well, no. I know what my reasons are. I'm usually serene and not easily angered or irritated. I'll leave that in the middle. I usually take the initiative when making new friends. I'll just leave that in the middle. I've often called a quiet person. No. My temperament is stable. 25% extroverted, 12.5% stable. Extroverted, stable. Sanguine. Carefree, lively, easygoing, talkative, outgoing, sociable. That's me. I'm sanguine. Have you ever met anybody quite as sanguine as me? Probably not. Why? Because I mastered the art of sanguinity and nobody has even touched it since. Maybe I am phlegmatic. Based on that last bit of phlegm. Quiet and scared. I think that might be choleric. I'm not attracted to bundt cakes. Well, good for you, Great Scott. I'm glad you're not attracted to bundt cakes because bundt cakes are no darn good. These boobs here, is that what you're talking about? Sure, I'll do the test for you. I heard the stock market is crashing. Yeah, as is crypto, you know. Let me bring the test up again. So you want me to answer what I think the answers are for you, or you want me to ask you what the questions are? Take the test again. I usually take the initiative when making new friends. I'm going to say mild disagree. I find myself thinking that I'm just fed up with it all. I'm going to say probably double disagree. I'm a lively person. I'll leave that neutral. My mood is often hostile or sad. I'm going to disagree with that. I've been called a quiet person. I'm going to agree with that, probably. I'll middle agree with it. I sometimes feel miserable or angry for no reason. I'm going to leave that neutral. My feelings are easily hurt or disappointed. I'm going to medium agree with that. I'm not sure. I'm somewhat reserved. I'm going to double agree with that. I'm a talkative person. I'm going to leave that neutral. I rarely regret anything I've done. I'm going to disagree with that. Medium disagree. I'm not one to be knocked out or irritated by bad news. I'm going to medium disagree. I'm not easily embarrassed or enraged. I'll leave that neutral. I'm usually serene and not easily angered or irritated. I'm going to double agree. You know, it's a slight rephrasing of the other one. For working alone to working in groups, I'm going to single agree with that. I don't like loud parties. I'm going to double agree with that. Single agree with that. I'm going to single agree with it. I enjoy meeting new people. I'm going to single agree. According to this, you're phlegmatic. Calm, gentle, reliable, controlled, peaceful, careful. I agree with that. So you're probably melancholic then. What's your name? Goblin. I'd say you're melancholic. That one is sensitive, pensive, introspective, unsociable, reserved, anxious. That's melancholic. Rachel is phlegmatic. And I'm sanguine. Let's see here. Let's ask the question I know Rachel wants me to ask the internet right now. Are sanguine and phlegmatic temperaments compatible in a relationship? Sanguine and phlegmatic temperaments compatible in a relationship. It says here, you both love harmony and peacefulness and place a high degree of value on good feelings within the relationship. The phlegmatic will be more introverted about expressing these feelings, while the sanguine will want to talk. I think Rachel and I are about equally interested in talking about such things. Sanguine and phlegmatic are sexually compatible. Sex time for them is fun time. What do you know? Both temperaments are verbally skilled. The sanguine partner will express himself spontaneously, while the phlegmatic partner finds the couldn't find the rest of it. This one here, the lively, fun-loving, and charismatic side of a typical sanguine will combine well with no. Sanguine and melancholics are not the best match. A phlegmatic is. Seems like we're meant to be, Rachel. It looks like we're going to work out after all. Isn't that wonderful news? So I'm just going to check here on this. All right, so I believe this is the 100 meters that we watched earlier, which it looked like Lyles actually did not win this race, but supposedly he did. So I want to see this in slow motion. I want to really see who wins. So, you know, it's like, what's his name? Kiersey said, INFJ, ENTP, the golden couple. The temperaments say we're temperamentally compatible. Um, our actual experience obviously demonstrates that we're very compatible. And what else says we're compatible? Our numerology, maybe? I don't know. Whatever else it says we're compatible. So therefore, you know. Finally, you know. It's all fine because we have the right pairing of psychology things. We can finally relax. All right, so I need to see this race again because it seemed like when I saw before that there's no way this one guy won. But then purportedly he did. So let's take a gander at the goose. Come on, start the race already. So much standing around, so little running a race. Like, how much more introducing of these people are they going to do? Just let's go already. All right, now, we still haven't started yet. Come on. So we've got Lyles, who, let's see. Let's find out. I'm going to watch it right now and go. They're running, they're enjoying themselves, they're competing in bold competition. Jamaica wins it. Keishane Thompson won the gold medal. Oh, so Lyles did not win the gold medal. I see. He's unhappy. Wait, no, he's happy? Wait, it is Noah Lyles. It had to go to photo. Wait, so he did win. Did he? Or what? Or he got third place? Ray Curley wins the bronze? So he got second place? What did he get? I don't understand. Why is he walking around like he's the king? Oh, he did win. I mean, it did not look like he won at all. Let me look at this. I guess down here at the bottom, it doesn't look like it to me. I mean, this is pretty obvious that the other guy won. Look at this. I'll show you guys right now. You'll see what I'm talking about. So Here's the American who purportedly won. You can see his foot is not at the line yet. This guy's foot is over the line. How is it that this guy won and this guy did not win? How? Explain that to me. I just don't believe it. Seems quite obvious to me which guy won. It was Jamaica. But somehow they huh. I just what how much of you has to get across the line? How much did you have to get across the view of the line to count as being across the line? It's not just your toe. I want to Google that now. I think it would just be like one toe, but maybe you have to get more than that. The powerful control everything, sadly. Because he is an AI and they never lose. How are you doing? I'm doing well, thank you for asking. I am not an AI. How much you has to cross the line to win 100 meters? I see the Olympic rules state a runner crosses the finish line when their torso crosses, which is different from their head. I see, so that's why he won, because his torso crossed first. Even though the other guy's toe crossed first. Learn something new every day. Hi, the Blue Baron. How's it going? Yeah, so he did win. He did win, even though the other guy crossed the line first with his foot. Apparently, Lyles had his torso across the line first. So I'm about ready to wrap this up, actually, the Blue Baron. I'm sorry to inform you that you just got here. Just got here, but I guess I'll probably not quite instantly gonna wrap it up. I'll finish Rachel's iced tea and get another beverage. I take a couple gabapentins, getting ready for bread. I guess it was very close. It's I guess, but it's like I don't know. It almost seems interpretive at that point. Kevin Garnett 911. Do I remember you? No, I don't. I'm sorry to tell you. I do not remember you. But I believe you might have been here before. And that there might be something for me to remember, but I do not remember it. I think right. I'm gonna take get pens. I need to get that drink, that beverage. Well, now that I've got a plan, now I'll just stream for a little while longer, because basically my plan is to let myself get sleepy from gabapentins, and then at that point I'll be ready to stop streaming and finish this bit of beef rice here. Gudon. Well, then it turns out that by not remembering you probably links to that reality. Although it's not necessarily, especially more likely that I would remember you if you had been here before, unless you made a big splash. Like, hey, I'm Kevin Garnett, 911. I'm here. Remember me, remember me, remember me. Hi, Dreams He Smokes Reviews. I hope your Sunday night is treating you well early Monday morning now. I hope that the pleasantness of nighttime in the summer has brought a peace and tranquility upon your soul that'll carry you forward for the rest of your days in gentle harmony with existence. Or that you're on your lunch break, one of the two. Any takers for the house yet? No. We went and replaced the old signs with a new sign that basically is charges the same price, but it says a lower price, doesn't include anything. You know, it ends up being the same, essentially, but it looks more appealing to people. So we switched out the flyers pretty quick after we had put up the original ones, and that was very responsible of us. I felt very pleased with our diligence and muggity meows. Hopefully now we'll get some calls. We'll let it soak for a few days. It's obviously one of the more low-tech, old-school ways of one could potentially advertise a home for rent. Putting up flyers in community, like little literal bulletin boards. I wish there are actually quite a few around Mariposa. Such things are not uncommon here. You want some gabba 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 haze? Here you go.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to sip with this drink?
Yes, I do. Thank you. Good.
Mm-hmm. Sure is. Tastes like flavor. Tastes like the spirit of flavor in my mouth.
I wish he liked getting pets.
He doesn't.
I know. It's like...
Is that why you pet him so much when he gets into bed? Because you're trying to make him go away?
No, because I'm trying to show him how much I love him.
Oh.
I can't complain though because Capito lets me pet her. Like she wants me to pet her.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, Joel seems to be okay with it when he gets into bed.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, he purrs sometimes when I do.
I'd suggest you maybe get your eyes checked. Royal Cavoodle. I believe that guy was like 18 years old or something.
Yeah.
Says Royal Caboodle that you and he have a commonality, that both you and he have put your homes up for sale for beer money and pills. I actually don't drink alcoholic beer. This is non-alcoholic. See, because I don't drink alcohol. I do take some pills, but the pills I just took were gabapentin, which is not even a scheduled drug. It does make me somewhat sleepy. Helps me go to sleep, but it's certainly not a narcotic or anything like that. And also, my home is not for sale. So I guess you're wrong on all accounts. Congratulations. I'm not sure if that's what you were going for or not. Jujie says the poop head is back. Back and better than ever. More covered with poop is their head than it had ever been before. Yeah, I guess his torso went first. I'm spooning my itches away. $75 degrees out, just after midnight here in California. The center of California. Broke Bob says he, presumably me, is definitely a closet homo. I'm not, but well, I guess you like to feel things are definite without any particular cause. Some people do. It's called a ambiguity intolerance. He puts from the rough. I don't even know what that means. So, yeah, I perform my homosexuality outside of the rough with my, what does it say? Dear wife Rachel. Right. My cis woman Rachel. No, I'm definitively not interested in that whatsoever. Neil and Blommy. Neil and Blommy. Yes, well, I'm familiar with Neil and the whole and Blommy family. So, yeah, people come around here, they say things. Who knows what motivates them to say the things they say? Maybe for Broke Bob, it's a lack of prosperity. Perhaps it's a desire to provoke with something controversial, adversarial at least. Perhaps. But can we ever really know? No. You know why? Because we aren't Broke Bob. We don't get to know what it's like to be Broke Bob without actually being Broke Bob ourselves. And I'm quite sure none of us want to be that, so we'll just leave him to his musings. Let's all listen to Coldplay. Absolutely. Right now and forevermore. What's that song they did? Meow, 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 meow. I remember that one. That was great. Looks like the women's basketball team is playing pretty well. But you'll note that the U.S. doesn't necessarily do that great in 3-on-3 basketball. Why? Different game, I guess. I don't know. Its own unique strengths, its own unique skills more important than more generalizable skills, I guess. All right, well, we're going to wrap it up and say good night, goodbye, and good luck to all of you wonderful friends from the internet. Until next time, I've been host Eric, and I will see you at the movies.